Good morning, everyone, and welcome to God's Universal Wisdom. I am Lafayette Cabell. I'm the apostle, and I come to talk to you today about how you fell in love with your enemy. How you fell in love with your enemy. And first, I want to acknowledge, praise, give accolades to the divinity that's in you. Because to err, to make a mistake, to be wrong, that's human. But to forgive is divine. And I want to acknowledge that divinity that's in you today, because it takes a person to come out themselves and to rely on God Himself and life itself to actually forgive, because to forgive is to understand, and to understand is to be great. But I want to talk about how we, excuse me, how we came to fall in love with our enemy. What's your enemy? Well, ignorance is your enemy. We choose, we select, we love being ignorant. And he says, well, I don't agree with you on that, and that's okay. That's your right and your ability. But let me share some things with you before you draw that conclusion. Now, how many of you that are doing the same thing and it's not working, and you getting upset about it, you're stressed over it, it's driving you mad, you don't have no peace because of it, and you blame everybody else? Well, that's an enemy. Being ignorant, means you're not stupid, it's just that you're unlearned. And if you're doing the same thing and it's you're just getting by, that's not fair to you. That's not right. That's not right. And the things, let me explain this to you as well, because the things we love, we follow, but the things we like, we want around us. Okay, so understand that the things we love, we follow, and the things we like, we want around us. So if you're still following this system that's not working, and you're not seeking out or searching out a better way, and I'm not just talking with your mouth, I'm talking searching out a better way with your ears, searching out a better way with your heart. There's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way for you if you're struggling with this thing. So I want to talk to you about that. Love is not, your enemy is not just ignorance, it's also your will. You fell in love with your will because that's what you do. You follow your will, and we're real stubborn about it. We're real stern about it. I'm grown. I do what I want. That's your will, people. That's your will talking. This is why God, when He comes to change our lives and start a relationship with Him, not only do He have to first give you the ability to receive, but what happens is He doesn't save you from the adversary. He doesn't save you from the devil. He saves you from yourself, your own will, because your own will kill you. It will destroy you. It have done that already in many areas of your life. So this is why I get a joy out of seeing other people just a little bit stressed out, make their life a little easier if I can, and that's my joy and my strength, because I understand that I lived in that ignorance. I was in love with that enemy, and I came out, and I will never forget that, because that thing has held me bound and in bondage for years upon years upon years. My will, what I believe, like, for an example, I asked my daughters, and God knows I love my daughters, man. I have all, I love my daughters. I have like really 4 daughters, yeah, yeah. But all daughters are mine. You'll understand that one day. But Anyway, um, what I was saying was we receive what we believe and we live what we received. So what's wrong with us? That's the question I asked my daughters that live with me. I asked them, I said, yo, you receive what you believe and you live what you received. Now what's wrong with you? And then, it took them a while to, to think about that, because, they was like, wow, that's incredible. Hold up. I got to get the first understanding what you're saying, then I can answer. But the conclusion of the whole matter is what's wrong with you is your thinking, because you receive what you believe. That means if you believed it, you okayed, you co-signed it, you got in cahoots with it and said, yes, this is what's right. So you receive what you believe, but you live what you received, which was the lie, the mixed signal that you was right. And we fall in love with these things because we do it every day. We follow this system. Remember, and what you love, you follow. What you like, you like. What you like, you want around you. So, with that being said, this is why when people fall in love with God, or whether they follow a religion and not God Himself, and that's not what He wants. That's not what He wants. A religion is a road, it's a way, it's a door to get to Him, but it's not what you follow. You're supposed to follow what you love. This is why that word love have no real significance or weight to it or substance about it in today's world, because people don't know what love is. They don't even know what we think love is: doing things and sharing things, and it's part of it, but that's not what love is. Love is something that you can't control. This is why people are losing their minds in relationships. And I'll be the first to admit I've been there, a victim for years. I was a victim to the circumstance of this way, this principle, and this way of life that man lives here on earth. But I'm free from that today, and that's why I share it. And I know that it's hard to receive what God says at an apostle, at God's universal wisdom, because the truth is not connected to anything. The hardest thing to sell is the truth, because there's no connection to it. The lie is the easiest thing to sell, because whatever the lie is about, you got something in your mental Rolodex, meaning your mind, people, your computer database, if you please. You have something to connect it with. And if you have nothing familiarity with something or connected to it, it's hard for you to receive it. And this is why it's very hard for people to receive the truth. But that doesn't shake me, because I understand that mind, because I once had it. I do understand that you don't understand. This is why you stand against it. I understand, see? But it's okay, but it's not okay. Really, that's why I try to teach and live and be that in the world every day, that I would love to see, how I would love to see the world be. You know what I mean? I don't just talk about it. I go out there. My thing is to, you know, I go outside to enjoy life, or for whatever reason, maybe business or whatever. But in the midst of my traveling throughout my day and my journey, I always make sure, if possible, because we're still dealing with man, that someone's day was made better, even if it's just seeing a nice, handsome guy. And you probably won't understand that, but even some people, like, just you being you is enough for some people's lives. Just to see you, you don't even know who's looking at you when you go to work, when you come out your doors in your neighborhood, when you go in different places, Walmart, whatever, man. It could be like one person that you just stood out to. And when you go there and you don't even know them, you never even met them, and they just watching you. Some employee, like, wow, there he goes again. There she goes again. I never seen a person like that. He must not be from here, And that actually gives strength to people's lives. You'd be surprised, the food, the menu of man that whatever they eat gives them strength. You'd be surprised what gives people strength. Um, I come to tell you that we can be better if we stop, falling in love over and over again with our enemy, man. Love on you. You know what I mean? But don't fall in love with what you really holding to. Because what you fighting for and protecting, that's the thing that's killing you, people. I know it's to the contrary of what you ever heard in your life. But listen to me. It's the ones you love is the ones that have authority and power over you. I ain't saying don't love people. That's not what I'm saying. Just understand when you love someone, you're taking a risk and a chance with your life. And maybe that will make you be more um, slower on doing it, more wiser in doing it. Because again, to be wrong, to make a mistake, to err is to be human. So this is going to happen. You cannot, will not prevent it, people. Stop lying. See? Stop loving on your enemies. Stop lying. We love a lie. You don't realize it, but oh, do we love a lie? Because we don't like the truth. We say we do, but why does the truth hurt more than a lie? You please talk to me today. I didn't want to get this way. I was trying to stay calm with you and try to get into it, but listen, I could feel it birthing in me. We love a lie. We love for someone to tell us we good when we ain't. We love for someone to tell us we beautiful when we looking so ugly because we being so nasty. We love for people to stroke us and rub us right. And we know we wrong. We know they lying, and we love it. We love it because we was by default born into this thing, raised by this thing, and molded and shaped through this thing. So this is why we so twisted and tangled up in our minds, our emotions, and everything. You can't blame one person. Let me explain something to you. One man's pain is not even close to all man's pain, and this is all man's pain right here. So it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, but you can change. It ain't gonna change, but you can change. You just need to stop loving on the things you loving on because this is your enemy. Let me give you an example. One of my daughters. Oh man, I thank God for her. She's so unique. She's so different, man. She's incredible. She don't even know how great she is. But the beautiful part about what I'm saying is like she helps everybody. And then when it's time for her and her responsibilities to be taken care of, she doesn't have anything left. She doesn't. And then the people that she helped, she reaches back out and they say yes, they're gonna come through, but they don't come through. Typical man. It's just man can't promise you nothing. And she's learning and stuff, and it's a bad experience. Y'all remember, people you love, you trying to help out. I'm talking family and friends and well wishes and stuff, man. You helping them out, and then they tell you they're gonna come through, but they don't come through, and now you stuck, and then you looking around, and no one's there to help you, and so that I hope she understands that that's an enemy to her. That's not what they call a blessing. You being a blessing, that's not being a blessing, honey. That's a lesson. So I hope you watch this and get this and understand, daughter. That's not a blessing. That's not a blessing. That's a lesson. God will never tell you to give out everything, and then when it's time for you to have and you don't have, nah, that's not how God gets down. That's not how life gets down. If he tell you to give it all out before you can get back home and close the empty cabinets, they are full and running over. I know that as a witness. I experienced it years upon years in my life. So I know how daddy gets down. That's not a blessing. That's a lesson. So even in that, we helping other people and they doing nothing for you in your life. But then you call on somebody else who you ain't doing nothing for, and then the only ones that can bring you out. The only ones that's qualified and certified and justified for the situation you have, for the problem that's in your life, and they come and they on time and they do it, and God really blesses, and and they're forgotten about. like as if it was nothing. And you know that God used people in your life, and they's the only people that it was qualified, justified, certified by heaven to actually to perform this miracle like performance. So we need to stop falling in love with our ways. Your ways is your enemy. Your ways are your enemy. Your thinking is your enemy. Please just consider what I'm saying today to you. Just please consider that your thinking is your enemy. Your ways is your enemy until God in life. Life will show you. Stop seeing through your eyes and through, because when you see through your own eyes and other people's eyes, you're seeing through emotions, man. You're seeing through feelings. Life is not, nah, that's not how it's ran. You need to see life through the eyes of life. Step back. Let it play itself out and just watch it. Hear with your eyes and see with your ears. Just watch it play out. And then you'll see like, wow, this is really, it has a presentation, it has a cover of this is gonna be something great for me, but when I stand back and look at it and watch how it's playing out, this is really dangerous for me. Don't get caught up in you. Don't get caught up in that enemy, man. We are greatest enemy. You know what I mean? We greater enemy than the devil is. You say, oh, come on. No, you not understanding. You got tricked by that religion. You not understanding. Do you wrestle with flesh and blood every day, or do you wrestle with principalities of the air every day? So don't act like you living in the spirit every day. We deal with flesh and blood every day. We deal with man. So don't come to me with that scripture if you don't know what it's saying. I'm the wrong one to come. And I'm sorry I came at you like that, but that's how y'all come at me. So don't challenge me, because you're gonna be wrong. So listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that we deal with mankind every day, all day on a basis. We don't deal with the spirit, the adversary, the ruler, the principality of the air, and wicked places and high places. Come on, man. You don't deal with that. You don't deal with that. You may dabble in it a little bit, but you ain't gonna play with it because you know better. But you don't deal with that. So we dealing with mankind every day. And you fell in love with your enemy, man. And that's yourself, because don't nobody attack you every day like yourself. Can't nobody destroy you like yourself. Can't nobody bind you like yourself. Can't nobody confuse you like yourself. But can't nobody love you either like yourself. But you got to understand one thing. You got to understand this. It is your assignment by life and for life to be who you are, and every day try to become better at being who you are. Not better at being what you heard with somebody else, what you want. You see this one over there being like, we just put ourselves in competitions all the time. We love that. See? We love that. Would you just keep finding yourself in different things all the time? You love that. You love that. You love it. Be honest. You love getting in arguments, or you wouldn't do it. Stop it. Come on, man. You love fussing. Yes, you do. You know what I mean? You love things like that. We love, be careful, man. Because what you're loving on is your enemy. I'm telling you. Because it's the only thing that got the power to stab you in the back at the end of the day. When you listen, at the end of the day, you with who you love, right? Okay. I'm not with who I love. I'm looking for him. See, that's the enemy. That's what I'm talking about. I was talking about you being at the end of the day with who you love is you. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use this when God is talking. Listen to me. Seriously. Understand one more thing before we get off this phone. That we need to understand that you are great. You got to stop listening to you. You are your greatest critic as well. Look I'm just saying, just pay attention to what you take you through every day. And we say it's the people and the ones around us, but no, you choose to stress over what you hear in your house. You choose to stress over, your job situation. You choosing, you're selecting, you're killing you. You're the one fighting against life. You're the one that don't want peace. Stop saying you want peace. If you want peace, you would have peace. You just don't want to give up. You want the cake and eat it too. Sorry, cake in your face. It ain't happening. It's life in God's way on it, and it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough all the time, and we don't got so content and complacent in these rough situations that it's no longer rough. You know why it's no longer rough? Because you're living in the illusion. You can't see it. You can't feel it. Why? Because you're in love with it. You know when you're in love, you don't see the truth. You better step up out of that illusion and see it for what it is through the eyes of life, man. Stop playing games with yourself. Stop warring within yourself. You stop being. God told us last week this is our year. This is our season for receiving. Just the ones God told it to. So you that are watching, you know what I mean? That ain't for you. That ain't a word of prophecy for you. You receive it, I'm sure it'll work for you, but it's not a word of prophecy, okay? That was for a certain number, a certain selected people. But when people say, I'm not receiving nothing, you're not receiving because you're constantly giving out. You can't be giving out in a season of receiving. Understand that. Because it's not going to look like nothing is coming your way. No. Well, my sister, my aunt, my father, my brother. You got to learn to implement in your life the word no. There's a season for no. God tells you no. Life tells you no. You go through a stage when you're born, and I think it's like the terrible 2 stage or just before it. You go through a season of saying no. Life was teaching you that early so that you can learn how to say no sometime. Really. If God says no and it's okay, why come when you say no it's wrong? And the only one's going to try to hold you to that is the people you gave authority over. The ones you love. We need to understand we fell in love with the enemy. And don't nobody fight you more every day on a daily basis than you. You fight in your head, your thoughts, your emotions, just to find out you was wrong. When are you going to get tired of that life? Ask for help when you need it. Pride leads to destruction. Don't be so prideful, man. You're sitting over there dying because you're so prideful. Listen, the word help is here for a reason. Use it. If you live long enough, you'll see that there's not one person that ever came on the face of this earth, even coming into this world, didn't need help. We came in asking for help. So understand, you cannot keep that in your life. Really. I ask for it all the time. Y'all don't believe it, but I do. You just ain't around me, or you ain't one of my loved ones. I tell you in a minute, I tell my loved ones, yo, man, pray for me, man. Help me. Help me. Help me, help me. I told my doctor that. My doctor said something. I said, listen, doc, I'm not here to play games with you, doc. I'm here to help you help me. I need you to tell me what's wrong with me. So I can't sit here and lie to you about what I do and don't do. Because she was just so amazed that I was so honest. I'm not here playing games, doc. I'm here to help me. I got to help you help me. You don't know me. You don't know what I do on a daily basis. But even in that, we choose to lie to a place or a person that's helping us. But we be honest to the folk that's killing us. I don't, Nah, I'm not. Nah, nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm not having that mind no more in my life. No, I'm no, no, no. That even sounds crazy. But this is what we do. This is what we do. Let people lie to you and you believe it. Let a person come by and tell you the truth and you question it. Little assignment, if you think Life, God, and Apostle Lafayette Cabell is wrong on the day, here's a little quiz you can take for yourself. Alright? After watching this video, I would like for you to start writing down your decisions you make every day for one day. One full day. Watch. And he says, well, Apostle, you still giving us a heads up so, we can tweak our answers. Yeah, you can. That's why I want you to do that. Because you're still going to see that you've been wrong all day. And you've been following your will instead of following life, being in harmony with life on that day. You could be in harmony with life today. It doesn't mean you got to be running around and doing nothing. If you know you're in the wrong place, why you still standing? Why you still staying there? See, this is what I'm saying. You want me to believe that you love you, but you're following the enemy, which is your will. I don't receive that. And for that, I'm be mistaken. People don't understand me. They call me stubborn. Setting your own will. Why? Because I know what's best for you. Is that what it is? And you don't want to come out? Won't you just be man enough and woman enough to just say that? I'll respect that more. But don't worry about it. You could blame me. I'm used to it. It's actually the way of life down here for me. So I love you today, if you believe it. I talk to you again, man. If God's in life shall say the same, be blessed. Listen to this word more than once, and you will be blessed. You'll change on your own self, and you'll start liking different things. You'll start liking being by yourself, not because you're oppressed and depressed or mad at the world or mad at life, but because you're enjoying it for real. Today is a beautiful day, no matter where you at, no matter what's happening. Again, acknowledge the divinity in you, because to be wrong, to make mistakes, to err is to be human, but to forgive is divine. So let's start forgiving yourself, not somebody else. Let's start forgiving yourself today on how you've been loving that enemy and treating you wrong. If you know you're making decisions for your life and they're just wrong and they're not working, why are you not seeking out a better way? And don't tell me it ain't out there. Yeah, you may have to go through 20 religions and 35 buildings, but the truth is out there. If you want it, you'll find it. God doesn't play games. He just remembers things and names. So I love you. God bless you. One love. God's universal wisdom.